What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. We have 9 days until Easter Jeep Safari, or 9 days until we leave, and that's not enough time. So in the last video, we did a few upgrades to the JK. We got new diesel springs in there to level it out. There's still a few upgrades left to do, but in better news, Cassie has finally finished the LS swap. Both of us put in the Holly Terminator a few nights ago, finishing up her video on it, but let's fire it up.
You ready?
Yeah. Starts up first try every time. That means it is time to just finish everything up and hit the trails to do a shakedown run. So we're gonna get the JK up in the air. Cassie's gonna start working on the LJ. We have a lot to do. Let's get started. The first thing on my list is going to be flipping this Antirock to how it's supposed to be. A lot of you guys might remember that about 2 years ago, I went to the Power Stop Trail to SEMA trip, and that was out west. Right before that, we did a bunch of suspension upgrades. We did the Barnes 4-wheel drive 3-link, we did the Antirocks, we did the Falcon shocks. Everything went really smooth except for the rear Antirock. I had to mount it below the frame rail, and that was because the 14-bolt truss, when it was mounted up top, the sway bar link would hit the truss. So luckily, we're gonna change that today with some Barnes 4-wheel drive. These are just their tabs. I got a few different sizes here so we can flip the Antirock, figure out a good place to weld this on the truss, and call this done. Now, luckily, like, running it under the frame rail like this, it worked, still had good flex, still rode really good. The only downside is that this is really easy to smack on a rock, and I'm surprised I haven't. Holding on with no bolts in there. Either mean it's a nice tight fit or I got a lot of rust up in there. No, we're good. Oh, clean as a whistle. Yeah, Cassie just got back in time for the fun stuff. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everything is so much easier with the lift and 2 people. So now the issue before was with the Antirock and the 14-bolt swap truss kit, at least in my setup, when it was in this spot right here on the truss, what would happen is at full flex, my sway bar end link would hit the truss right here. So what we're gonna do is simply move it up. That's gonna weld right there and sit just like that. Who's welding? You or me? Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What does that mean?
I'm welding, I won.
Oh, I didn't know. All right. Wait, what am I talking about? You have your own work to do.
No, you can do my stuff while I weld.
Nope.
Here are your tabs.
Thank you. Finally time to see how these Antirocks turned out. Let's see. And that almost looks perfect. First shot. Pretty dang level under there. But we're not done yet. Even though the Antirocks are pretty much level, unlike the front, where there's plenty of room for this arm to swing, the rear sadly is not the same. So there are some parts of the body that we might have to trim. For example, this sheet metal that you're looking at right now in just complete darkness. That's not a good example. Here we go, let's try this side. So right here, complete darkness once again, but the inner fender's right there, and if this wants to travel up, we're gonna have to notch it out. So I'm gonna flex it out. We're gonna see if we have to cut that, get some light in there, and finish this job up. Cassie and I were able to knock out a huge list of things today. Unfortunately, that means that we had to put down the camera and we couldn't record it all. So luckily, the JK is done. We got the Antirock flipped over. Her Jeep, we went through a laundry list of items. The 4-wheel drive shift linkage, all like finish up the wiring. There was a ton of stuff to finish up on hers. It is really late now. The plan was to go wheeling tomorrow morning. However, it's already late. I'm already up. Cassie and I are just gonna drive about an hour away. We're gonna sleep out at Crossbar tonight and then wake up early in the morning, go wheeling, and then come back home and fix who knows what we've broke. We just made it out here to the trails. We're gonna try out Kelly's Cut, which is one of the more technical trails out here at Crossbar Off-Road Park. Cassie's in the LJ. It seems to be working good so far. I got to do a little 3-point turn here. We had one issue earlier with her electric fan not coming on. We fixed that, and right now she's saying her transfer case linkage is kind of being funky. And I'm trying to talk and film and wheel at the same time. Getting this big old school bus through these trails. All right. We're gonna make it up here to the obstacle, film some.
Do I need to wait then, or can I follow right behind you?
You can follow right behind me, but I might have to back up a few times.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I brought mine. No, that works. Okay, which way is he going? This way.
Yeah, come up this way.
So that's good though, right there. Yep. All right, just do that, do what you just did, but get it back up and do that same thing. Transfer case popped out. There you go, stay in it. There you go. Cool. We are back at Kelly's Cut. It is time for round 2. It's not a long trail, but it does have some cool obstacles. I'm in the same predicament. I'm filming while I'm trying to do this turn. But Cassie's shift linkage, the 4-wheel drive shift linkage keeps popping out, so we might adjust that later. And her rear locker is not working. That was the old Rubicon locker from this JK, and it worked before. And I know it worked a little bit last night, so we're gonna have to keep doing some troubleshooting unless that rear axle is just shot and the rear locker's finally met its day. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Stay in it. Woo. Earlier, Mike was talking smack, as he always does. And of course, once Cassie and I make it up, he says, all right, we'll go. I don't need to bring the brown Jeep up. So we convinced him to bring the brown Jeep up, if it can make it. Ooh.
Different lines you can take. These are obviously like the buggy lines. This is going to be where we're going to go up. It's still one of the harder paths. It's a little wet, so let's see what happens.
What's up? Yeah, so power steering fluid is very, very flammable, and it sounds like it overflowed a little bit, and now it's sizzling on the exhaust manifold, so you don't want to pour cool water directly on there, so I'm just kind of letting it run down the sides. We're on our second trail of the day. We're on Goat Trail, and it looks to be a nice little obstacle here. This thing is doing pretty good for its first time out. I've learned pretty quickly that out here in Oklahoma, when the rocks get wet,
this looks fun without lockers.
They are no joke. So Cassie's rear locker is still not working. Right there. Driver, go, go, go. Go, yeah. A few of you might recognize this spot right here. This is where Cassie and I came out. We took the JT, and we did have to turn around because it gets really tight down here. But I almost forgot the whole reason of coming off-road today, and that was to really prep everything for EJS, do a shakedown run. One, the new diesel springs with the Hemi, so much better. Before, the front just felt kind of unstable, but now it's just the perfect spring rate for this heavier 392. So I'm happy with that. The rear anti-rock, no issues at all. It handles about the same, flipped up. And so far, I think the JK is pretty good to go. Cassie is still having issues with her shift linkage. We get really close to this tree, and I actually might hit it in the JK, we'll see. Yep. Just a slight graze. With the 8-speed transmission and the Rubicon transfer case, like right now I'm holding no brake and we're cruising down this hill. The low gear ratio in this is just insane. Oh man, I'm not able to get out and film, but Cassie walked that one. Let's see if she can crawl up that second ledge. Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Cassie's gonna do the waterfalls with us for the first time, and she is doing waterfall number 5, which used to be the good one. Right there, go, 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 go. Right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, doors open, doors open.
Oh no.
We'll worry about that later. Send it. Send it. And that's how the waterfalls at Crossbar are done.
You just said the fancy fuel thing, not the whole exhaust.
We did a very quick performance upgrade. Muffler removal, so it came off the clamp. You just want to throw it in the back?
I don't want to melt any carpet yet.
Is it that hot?
Yeah.
Yep. We spent a good 6 to 8 hours wheeling, and I'd say for like, at the end of the day, both Jeeps did pretty good.
We drove there and drove home.
Yeah, we drove an hour there. We wheeled the next day and drove home safely with both rigs, with one of them being the very first, like day 1 of its first journey with the new LS. And it turned out really good, but there are quite a few things that happened.
Oh, there is a slew.
There is a slew of things. So we'll just start off the list. So a lot of this, some of it we didn't find out until we got home. Some of it happened on the trail yesterday. We just didn't have time to film it all. So number one, I'm gonna start off with the diff fluid leak. Right there's a diff fluid leak, so you hit something down there.
And the rear locker isn't working.
Rear locker isn't
the last
working.
time this locker was used, it was working before the axle swap. Not quite sure what's going on, so we're gonna take the diff cover off and take a look at it.
Yep, hopefully be able to actually actuate it mechanically or by hand, and that frees it up.
So 3, my favorite one, the muffler just fell off midway through the video.
Change the clamp setup or add an extra hanger, that fell off.
On top of that, the skid plate was loose. So we lost 2 of the skid plate bolts, and then the rest of them were loose. And I will say, halfway through the trail, I know you're trying to open the hood because there's issues under here.
You're good.
But halfway through the trail, I wanted to tell Ben, it feels like my transmission is banging around, but it makes sense because
the skid plate was actually loose.
I
so
thought we would have tightened that, but I think we both were so excited about
I think
the
we
LS
tightened
swap.
it down. It's just, everything needs a second torque. In here, we have to change out the her map hose. That was just, we mocked it up with some,
There was some clear tubing. It's right here. It got kinked.
Yeah,
so
they kinked it. Yeah, everything. It was running a little bit rich.
The O2 sensor was too close to the headers, so it melted a little bit. So we're gonna make sure we tie that away so nothing else melts.
It still works.
It's still working.
It was very close to not working.
Oh, we forgot about it. The very first thing that went wrong that day, we think too much pressure, too much steam built up in the engine, and my coolant reservoir.
Oh, it was just, and we realized this is a horrible spot. So she comes pulling up and parks there, and there is just steam and smoke pouring out of the hood. So me and Mike, and there were a couple other people were like, shut it off, shut it off. We think there's a fire in there. I open it up and it's just this overflowing. So I'm thinking maybe there was just a huge air bubble in there and it finally gave out.
Because after that, it was totally fine.
Yeah,
Had
it was
no
like
other
around
issues.
198 the entire day.
Yeah, so other than all of those problems, this thing did great on the trail. I mean,
Which
it got
is
us
great
there.
because
We're good.
like all of those issues could be fixed in the next couple days before EJS.
Yep.
And that's the big thing. We are leaving in a few days. So I think this video is gonna come to a close. That way we can fix all these issues, and Cassie is in the middle of the video. As you can tell, she's installing, she's painting some new goodies over there. She's installing a new top and doing some other upgrades. Well, that's about it for this video, guys. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We still have a ton of stuff to do before EJS. Hopefully we can get it all done. I was hoping to get more done in this video, but you know how they say I like to live my life a quarter project at a time. I'll see you guys next week.